In the previous lecture, we have derived diffusion current equation, and now we will discuss about continuity equation. Actually, in continuity equation, we are considering the effect of diffusion of charge carriers and the recombination effect occurring in a semiconductor. In deriving diffusion current equation, we have not considered the recombination effect occurring in the semiconductors. So through this continuity equation, we are considering the effect of recombination and the diffusion, and this continuity equation can be used to determine the distribution of charge carriers in a semiconductor. And here we can consider a p-type semiconductor. So this is a p-type semiconductor, and Jp of x is the current entering through a differential volume delta x, and Jp of x plus delta x is the diffusion current leaving the delta x volume. So we have to consider the recombination effect occurring in this delta x volume to derive the continuity equation. So Jp of x means it is the current entering. So Jp of x is the current entering. Jp of x is the current or current density entering delta x volume. So actually this differential length delta x into L into area will give the actual volume. Here area is assumed to be unity. So delta x volume means area is unity. So current density entering delta x volume is Jp of x, and Jp of x plus delta x is the current density leaving delta x volume. So through this derivation, we are considering the effect of recombination occurring in this delta x volume. So actually some generation is also occurring. So we are neglecting that generation rate. We are considering only the recombination rate in this diffusion process. So we have defined the concept of Jp of x and Jp of x plus delta x, and we have to find the rate of increase of hole concentration. So the rate of increase of hole concentration, or the rate of hole build up in this semiconductor, we have to find out. So the rate of increase of hole concentration, that is dou P by dou T. So this is the value we have to find out. So in order to find out this rate of increase in hole concentration, we have to consider the recombination effect also. So dou P by dou T means it is the net rate of hole building up in this semiconductor, that we can define it as it is the rate of holes entering minus rate of holes leaving minus recombination rate. That will give the value of net rate of hole buildup. So dou P by dou T means the net rate of increase of hole concentration, that is equal to, we can define it as hole flux per unit area per unit volume. So this is hole flux per unit volume, flux per unit volume entering delta x volume. minus hole flux per unit volume leaving delta x volume minus recombination rate. So we have to consider this recombination rate also in measuring the net rate of increase in hole concentration. So the rate of holes entering minus the rate of hole leaving minus recombination rate will give the net rate of hole building up in this p-type semiconductor. So with this concept we will derive the continuity equation. This rate value will give the continuity equation. Similarly, we can derive the rate of increase in electron concentration by considering a n-type semiconductor. So actually we already derived the diffusion current density for holes Jp. Jp is actually the charge of holes multiplied with the rate of hole per unit area, that is 5p. So this already we have studied in the derivation of diffusion current density for holes, that is Jp is equal to charge of hole Q multiplied with the rate of, or it is the flux per unit area. 5p means flux per unit area, it is the rate of flow of holes per unit area. So this is the value of 5p. Actually this 5p is dou p by dou t, that is the rate of flow. So we can define 5p as 5p is equal to Jp by Q. So what is 5p? 5p is the flux per unit area that we have studied in deriving. So this is flux per unit area. This equation we have derived in diffusion current density. So 5p means it is the flux per unit area. Here we are considering a unit volume, that is delta x into A. This is the volume element, delta x into A, and here area is unity, so we are considering it as delta x volume. So 5p is Jp by Q. So here this is same as dou p by dou t. So we can write dou p by dou t equal to flux per unit volume entering delta x volume. The first term is the flux, the whole flux per unit volume entering delta x volume. So actually this is a phi value, this is flux value. So we can write it as phi p is Jp by Q. Here the current entering is Jp, so we can write it as Jp of x by Q. Actually this is flux per unit area. Here we are considering the flux per unit volume. So Jp of x by Q into delta x, that delta x element should be considered. So this is the rate of hole entering delta x volume, or hole flux per unit volume entering delta x volume. So this is the value, this is the first term. Similarly we can write the whole flux per unit volume leaving delta x volume as Jp of x plus delta x, that is the current leaving the semiconductor, minus by Q into delta x. So this is current entering, rate of hole entering, and this is rate of hole leaving, minus recombination rate. So actually recombination means the excess carriers generated. So this is p-type semiconductor, so that rate we can consider it as the excess carrier generated in the semiconductor can be represented as del p. So del p by tau p. Tau p is the lifetime of holes. So lifetime means the time required to complete the electron hole recombination process. So del p by tau p. Tau p means it is the carrier lifetime of holes. Del P means it is the excess carriers produced in the semiconductor. So that is also a dou P by dou T value. That is also a rate. So we can write it as del P by tau P. Del P is the excess carriers generated and tau P is the carrier lifetime, the time required for recombination to occur. Del P by tau P, carrier lifetime. Tau P is the carrier lifetime of holes. So this is the equation dou P by dou T is equal to Jp of x by q into delta x. This is the rate of hole entering minus rate of hole leaving minus recombination rate. So from this equation we will derive continuity equation, and from this equation if we take 1 by q common and minus 1 by q common, then it will become Jp of x plus delta x minus Jp of x by delta x minus del P by tau P, and this is equal to minus 1 by q into Jp of x plus delta x minus Jp of x by delta x. This is dou, this is in differential form, so dou Jp by dou x. So this term can be replaced by dou Jp by dou x minus del P by tau P. Actually this equation is known as the continuity equation for holes. So this dou P by dou T equation is known as continuity equation for holes. Continuity equation for holes. Similarly, we can write the continuity equation for electrons, that is dou N by dou T equal to, so replace this q by minus q, that is charge of electrons, then we will get the equation, continuity equation for electrons as minus minus will become plus q, dou Jn by dou x minus del N by tau N. So this is the recombination rate for holes, del N by tau N. Tau N is the carrier lifetime of electrons. So this is the continuity equation for electrons. So these two relations together known as continuity equation. So we have derived the continuity equation by considering the recombination rate also. So Jp of x and Jp of x plus delta x are the current entering, diffusion current entering and diffusion current leaving a small delta x volume we have considered, and through that volume how much recombination rate is occurring in the semiconductor also considered, and we have written the equation for the net rate of hole buildup in the semiconductor. This rate of hole buildup in this p-type semiconductor will give the continuity equation for holes. Similarly, we can derive the continuity equation for electrons. So from these two equations we can derive one more equation, that is diffusion equations, by substituting the value of Jp and Jn, the diffusion current density value for electrons and holes. If we substitute the values, then we will get an equation that is known as diffusion equation. So we can derive that equation also. That is, we have dou P by dou T equal to minus 1 by q into dou Jp by dou x minus del P by tau P. So this equation is continuity equation for electrons that we have derived, and substituting substituting for Jp is equal to minus q into dp into, actually that is dp by dx. Here we are dealing with excess carriers, so we can write it as d by dx of, instead of p we can write it as del p. So this is the diffusion current density equation for holes. Substituting the Jp value with this equation, then dou p by dou t will become dou p by dou t is equal to minus 1 by q into dou by dou x of minus q into dp into d by or dou by dou x of del p minus del p by dou p. So substituted the value for Jp, and this equation minus q will get cancelled, and dp is constant, so dp q gets cancelled, minus minus plus. So dou by dou x of del p means dou square del p by dou x square minus del p by dou p. This is dou p by dou t. Actually this continuity equation, by substituting the value of Jp, we call this continuity equation as diffusion equation. So this equation is known as diffusion equation. Similarly, we can derive one more diffusion equation. This is not diffusion current equation, this is just diffusion equation. Similarly, we can dou n by dou t is equal to 1 by q dou jn by dou x minus del n by tau n. Substituting for jn is equal to q into dn into d by dx of delta n. This is the diffusion current density equation for electrons. Diffusion current density equation for electrons. Substituting Jn value in the continuity equation for electrons, we will get dou n by dou t equal to, again that q will get cancelled, and the value will become dn into dou square delta n by dou x square minus delta n by tau n. So this equation is also known as diffusion equation. So these two equations are known as diffusion equations for electrons and holes. So next we will discuss about the steady state carrier injection and diffusion length, the concept of diffusion length, or what is meant by diffusion length in semiconductors. So we have derived two equations, that is dou p by dou t equal to dp into dou square del p by dou x square minus del p by tau p, and dou n by dou t equal to dn into dou square delta n by dou x square minus delta n by tau n. So actually these equations are known as diffusion equations. So this equation we have just derived diffusion equations. Now we are going to study steady state conditions. So actually this diffusion equation we are considering under steady state conditions. So under steady state conditions, the diffusion equations can be, so there is a, under steady state condition we can write dou p by dou t, the rate of hole flow, will be 0. Similarly, dou n by dou t equal to 0. So this is the LHS term, that is dou p by dou t or dou n by dou t. The rate of hole flow or the rate of electron flow value will be equal to 0 under steady state condition. Time derivative value will be equal to 0. That is steady state conditions. So these equations will become for electrons and holes, we can write it as the LHS is 0, so it will become dP into dou square del P by dou x square minus del P by tau P, and equating we will get dP into dou square del P by dou x square minus equal to del P by tau P, or we can write it as dou square del P by dou x square is equal to del P by dP tau P, and this is equal to del P by LP square. So the denominator term is replaced by LP square, that is LP square is equal to, so where LP square is equal to dP tau P, or we can write LP is equal to root of dP tau P, and this LP is known as diffusion length. Diffusion length for holes. Similarly, we can equate the second equation. So similarly, this equation can be equated, and we can derive one more differential equation. So actually this equation this can be written as equation 1. So this equation is a differential equation, second order differential equation, or these equations, or we can call it as steady state diffusion equation, because we have substitute the steady state condition dou p by dou t, and so this equation 1 is known as steady state equation, steady state diffusion equation. Similarly, we can substitute for dou n by dou t, and we can obtain the value for the electron steady state diffusion equation, that is dou square delta n by dou x square is equal to delta n by dn tau n, which is equal to delta n by ln square. Actually, this equation we can call it as equation 2, and this equation is equation 1. These two equations are known as steady state diffusion equation. So the diffusion equation can again be we have modified it to a new equation, that is the diffusion equation under steady state condition, by applying dou p by dou t equal to 0 and dou n by dou t equal to 0, and these equations 1 and 2 are known as the diffusion equation under steady state condition. Actually, LP and Ln are the diffusion length for electrons and holes. So now the solution of equation 1, we can write it as, so actually if we consider the whole steady state diffusion equation, that is d square or dou square del p by dx square equal to del p by dp tau p, or which is equal to del p by lp square. Actually, this is the steady state diffusion equation for holes. The solution of this equation, we can write it as solution of the above equation can be written as del p. So the value del p we are going to find out from this differential equation, or del p of x is equal to C1. This is a second order differential equation. So actually the solution will be in the form C1 e raised to x by LP plus C2 e raised to minus x by LP. This is the solution, general form of the diffusion equation under steady state condition. So now consider an n-type semiconductor bar. Consider an n-type semiconductor bar in which excess carriers are produced at x is equal to 0. So this is the graph showing the steady state carrier injection. So at x is equal to 0, we are injecting the excess carriers into the semiconductor, and at x is equal to 0, the excess carriers injected value is equal to delta p. So delta p, excess carriers are injected to the semiconductor, to the n-type semiconductor at the position at x is equal to 0, and the value of delta p of x can be written as delta p. So we are injecting the excess carriers to the semiconductor at x is equal to 0, and if we see the diffusion process will occur, and at x is equal to infinity, the value delta p will exponentially decrease to a value, it will tend to 0, or that is through diffusion or through scattering mechanism, the value at x is equal to 0, that we have already explained with an example. That is, if we spray from a position in a room, then the spray molecules will gradually spread uniformly to the whole room. Similar to that, at x is equal to 0, the excess hole concentration value is delta p, and this value will exponentially decrease to 0 at some infinite value, at some infinite position for x. And by analyzing this concept, you can write at x is equal to 0. So these are the boundary conditions. At x is equal to 0, the value of delta p of x is delta p. This is the injected value of holes to the semiconductor. So here we are considering delta p is the holes injected to the semiconductor. So at x is equal to 0, the value of delta p is delta p of x is equal to delta p, and at x is equal to infinity, it will gradually decrease to 0. So we can write the value of hole concentration delta p of x is equal to 0 at infinity. So these are the two boundary conditions we are applying to obtain the C1 and C2 constant in the above equation. So first apply the first boundary condition. So this is the first boundary condition, this is the second boundary condition. Applying the first boundary condition, we will get delta p of x. So delta p of x means the value is delta p, which is equal to c1 into e raised to 0 plus c2 into e raised to 0. So c1 plus c2 value equal to delta p. From the first boundary condition, we can write c1 plus c2 is equal to delta p. Applying the second boundary condition, we will get at x is equal to infinity, the value of delta p of x is equal to 0. So 0 is equal to c1 into e raised to infinity plus c2 into e raised to minus infinity. So this is c1 into e raised to infinity plus e raised to minus infinity is 0. So this term is 0. This equation implies that c1 into e raised to infinity is equal to 0 means c1 equal to 0. So the value of c1 is equal to 0, and apply this condition in this condition. So c1 plus c2 is equal to delta p means c2 value will be equal to delta p. Since c1 is 0, this equation becomes c2 is equal to delta p. So we have obtained the value for C1 and C2, and substituting the value of C1 and C2 in the solution, in this solution equation, that is delta p of x. Delta p of x is equal to C1 is 0, so 0, plus C2 is delta p. So in this equation C1 is 0, so this term will be 0. C2 is delta p, so C2 is delta p into e raised to minus x by LP. So we have obtained the diffusion of holes, or the hole concentration del p of x as delta p e raised to minus x by LP. So this equation shows that the value of del p of x is exponentially decreasing from the value delta p. So it is decreasing from the injected point to an infinite point, that is exponentially decreasing. So this equation is very important. We will use this equation in deriving ideal diode equation. So del p of x is delta p e raised to minus x by LP. This is an important relation. So this is shown in, this is plotted in the graph, that is delta p. This equation is known as, so this equation is del p of x is equal to delta p e raised to minus x by LP. So this is plotted here. Okay, thank you.